Hi everyone, this is a demo of the iPad mini Soundman slider kit in this RX330. As you can see here, we've removed the stock double-din stereo and it's been replaced with the Soundman iPad mini slider kit. It slides right in here on the side. So we have this head unit that goes behind the iPad mini, and this is a Sony MEX-GS600BT. Has a lot of great features that you expect in any stereo these days, car stereo. The really cool thing is that it has the app remote that works with the iOS devices and also Android devices. So as you can see, we've kept the stock screen here, so we have the standard navigation and all the controls that hasn't been affected by the install of this double-din kit. We also have the steering wheel controls here for answering calls, muting, volume, track, seek, and mode selection. So for this example, we're going to switch it over here to USB. And once we're in USB mode, we're ready to put the iPad mini in. So this is the iPad mini with 4G, so that comes with the better GPS. And we have the connection for the cellular data LTE. So here is the app remote application. And this allows us to choose our source right here. We can tap, and we can also launch different applications that are installed on the iPad, like YouTube, Netflix, Waze, that kind of thing. So we could put satellite radio, we can put the iPod here. And we can choose music. You can swipe, or you can also use the remote control. So that's Doug right there, who built the kit for us. So thank you, Doug. Little picture shout out. Now, as I was saying earlier, the app remote allows you to choose the different sources right here directly from the iPad mini. The only drawback is that you can't change the settings of the head unit through this app. So being that the head unit is behind the iPad mini, that can be a problem, but you can use an iPod Touch and just connect it here and you will be able to access the head unit. So for example, we can choose iPod here and play that here. We can swipe, as I was saying earlier, to choose the tracks. And that's nice and everything. I personally prefer the iPod application. I think it just looks better. So we do have to change the mode when we do that. So here with the iPod, you can also just swipe if you want. So you don't even have to look to do that while driving. So that's how that works. And so probably the coolest thing about having the iPad mini installed in the car with the cellular data connection is the ability to use the Google Voice search. So using the Bluetooth microphone that comes with the Sony head unit, we're able to do a voice search. So for navigation, it's really useful. For example, Zilker Park.
According to Wikipedia,
so we're going to get some information over the speaker system about our search, and then we could just tap and launch Google Maps and start the navigating. And I think it's a great GPS system to have in the car. Of course, I have the stock one as another reference or source.
Then turn right onto West 12th Street.
So you have the turn-by-turn audio. You can turn that off. It does get a little annoying when you're hearing music.
Turn right onto West 12th Street.
But if you're not, it's a great way to get to your destination. So any GPS app you can use.
Continue on West 12th
I like
Street
Google Maps because it has the integrated voice search. But I also like to use Waze, which has a really cool nighttime mode, which has a dark background, so that's pretty cool as well. So Google search with the voice microphone enabled voice search. In conclusion, I think it's a great system. You have the power of a computer pretty much at your fingertips, at your disposal. So, I'm still trying to think of what else I can add to the system to make it really cool. I do hope that Sony updates the app remote, as it would be nice to be able to change the settings on the head unit directly from the device. Hopefully they will update that pretty soon. I'm not sure what their plans are for that app remote app, but it's nice to be able to use your iPad mini as a head unit, and with the data connection you have the navigation, which is pretty cool. The voice search is really cool. I haven't shown you Siri, but same thing as the Google search. So once again, that is the iPad mini Soundman double kit RX330 install. You can still use the head unit without the iPad. You could also, I guess, connect another device via Bluetooth and control it that way, but we have the iPad mini in this case. So like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for your time, and thanks for watching.